Well, well, well. It seems Luminox is getting it done. Good job, Luminox. By the way, I'm being serious. I'm not being funny. Good job. They have multiple watches that are extremely cool and newish, at least to me. Now, I've been away from the brand for about, 3 to 4 years. Haven't really paid attention, been kind of busy. You might see all the content flow as evidence to that fact. I went back in the last few weeks looking for Luminox watches, contacting friends I know that have large watch collections, and I got some pieces to review for you. This is one of them. Hide your credit card. You will want this one too. No, I'm not joking. I know you guys. I know you're going to want this watch. That is because it is named the Navy SEAL version. 4220 series, the Navy SEAL Luminox. You guys will want this watch. You are correct on fancy. I want it already. You had me at, Navy. I know you guys. I do. And you guys do love straight tactical black watches. Most y'all. I like some color pieces. And I have them and wear them proudly. They provide much entertainment for me. Much wrist presence and much happiness. Personal happiness. That's not to say I don't like a tactical black version as well. This is the Navy SEAL version. Prepare yourself. I'm going to tell you what the SKU number is. Holy hell. XS.4221.NV as in night vision. .F as in fun. Don't blame me. Don't shoot the messenger. That's Luminox with their stupid nomenclature. They're not the only Swiss manufacturer that does that. By the way, this will place itself solidly in the Swiss value category here in the watch show. That is $500 or less for a purely made Swiss piece. I think this qualifies. Yeah, if you get it for around $300, $350 to $300, you're doing really good. And they are a little bit proud of it. I'm going to tell you, they're a little bit proud of it because it does wear, let's go to the case back, the Navy SEAL Anchor and Eagle. They're not kidding. This is a Navy SEAL watch, I guess. I didn't look to see if it has a national stock number. I don't really care. I will tell you that most guys do. If you throw something Navy SEAL-ish on anything, and it's like legit like this, guys eat that up. I will be honest, I think it adds an attraction to me personally. I think it's really cool. I like cool things. I like second cool things. I like things that have a direct military affiliation. I think this qualifies. It says authorized for Navy use. Anchor, Eagle. That is really, really well done. Caseback artwork. Done in relief. Well done, Luminox. It looks fantastic. You see some data back here. 200 meter, I think, is back there. It says AR-coated sapphire crystal. That's an upgrade for, by the way, Luminox. Most of their pieces like this, also pretty excellent. Seabass, reviewed separately, has a mineral crystal. So I have criticized Luminox about this before, and it is well deserved. You should put sapphire on everything. I mean, the Japanese manufacturers, the Chinese manufacturers are doing it at much lower price points. Come on. But this Navy SEAL version has it. AR-coated, flat sapphire. Really, really nice job on that. And also the overall appearance is typical Luminox, which is to say militaristic, tactical, very legible, and technical. And this Navy SEAL version qualifies. One thing I love about it, as I always will rave about, is the markings on the bezel. The bezel is well done, fully marked. We just have a pip of Lum here, just a vial of tritium there. Really legible, and it looks like it's in that very light sky blue, which is a very nice complication, attention to detail. In some light, this bezel almost looks like translucent carbon fiber. Let's check its action. It's a 60 click unidirectional. Haven't tested the sand properties yet. I will rank it 3.5 out of 5. A lot of times on these carbon fiber watches, it's not so awesome. Kind of like on the caseback. That one was like 2.5 out of 5 is what I ranked it. Yeah, that's a CF watch. This is actually not a CF case. This is a stainless steel case that's been blackened, which is interesting. That's different for Luminox, right? It's going to be heavier at 4.4 ounces. This one is 2.2 ounces. None of y'all will care. Back to the looks. Love the bezel. The action could be improved for sure. I love the tritium tubes here. They say it's a T25 watch, but it looks like it has T100 application. There's a lot of tritium vials here. There's one on seconds hand, minutes, hours. At each full numeric marking, another huge plus for the Navy SEAL version. There is a chapter ring, which does make me slightly sad. Sorry, I generally wish they would not do a chapter ring. Really push those hands out, maybe enlarge them. But the hands themselves are excellent. They're stick hands. Gray in appearance, so you still have that subdued black-gray tactical appearance, and yet you still have legibility. That's really kind of an interesting balancing act. So many watches that I've brought to table get it wrong, and if I end up buying the piece or if I trade for it, I usually have to do a hands modification on it. Albeit for a tritium watch, I don't do that because I'm not going to cover a tritium tube. That would be stupid. So I'm pretty particular on my tritium watches that I have in my possession. Again, the Isobright T100 Valor is another good example. It has great legibility, stick hands as well. That also has a chapter ring, stadium appearance, really deep dial. This is pretty close to that. Kind of has a deep dial too, but not quite as deep as the Isobright. Positive display date in the Ronda quartz movement. Expect to get about, I will say and predict about 2.5 years, maybe 3 years out of your battery. That's what my other Luminox is running, and that is pretty darn good. I used to criticize the Ronda movements because they're very particular. If you take them, not take them apart, but if you access the back of the case and you were to touch the coils, you can ruin the movement. It has a little insulator film you can lose, blah, blah, blah. Other things you guys don't care about. But battery usage, better in the Ronda quartz than almost all the other movements. I would prefer an automatic. I love automatics, but it's a quartz. And that's the face. You have the Luminox logo in red, which matches well and ties into the seconds hand. 200 meters, authorized for Navy use. Really good job on the complications here. We've seen the case back already. Side view, blackened brushed stainless steel case, crown protector, screw and crown, 200 meter water resistance. Really excellent. Positive display date. It is legible. Notice how it's rounded or melted, the case is, so it doesn't have any big edges, hard edges. Here's an oddity for the Luminox Navy SEAL version. Dudes, it has 23 millimeter lugs. Excuse me? 23 millimeter lugs? That's strange, dude. It is a little bit strange, but that's what I measured them at. And you might want to keep that in mind. So if you want to put on a NATO or something, they are available, by the way. You can find 23 millimeter watch straps, Zulus, NATOs. They're just not as many of them. This is a rubber watch strap. It's not a silicone. I do prefer in this watch a rubber one. It will be hot in the summertime. It is waterproof, of course. Double keepers, signed clasp. Typical Luminox. It is quiet, and since this is a tactical watch, they do want it to be quiet. I would much prefer this strap over a stainless steel bracelet. Oh, and by the way, I forgot to show you dudes the sea bass strap. Pretty embarrassing. It is also rubber, not silicone. It has some expansion bands. It's supposed to like expand underwater for your wetsuit. It won't do crap. They're just too stiff. You'd have to have like a silicone piece doing them. Double keepers. And we don't have a real big signing of the clasp on the caseback. Well, there you go. Simple strap. But this is a value Luminox. This is a little bit more upscale. You're getting a thicker, sturdier band. Do I love this watch? Absolutely, I love it. I love it, love it, love it, love it. It is fantastic. Let me show you one competitive option if I remember to put it in my bag of goodies. Well, maybe two. Let me see if that other one's here. Here's one. It's going to be a strange comparison, but it has the exact same movement in it. It is going to be the 511 2.0 field. What? Dudes, this is a dive watch. I've dove the field 2.0s and they are fantastic. Sapphire crystal, same movement as this. The bezel on this, 4.5 out of 5, maybe 4 out of 5. It's not a tritium watch, but it has the same style going on here. Look. Gray hands, black appearance. Notice the wider effective face since we don't have a big old chapter ring taking up case space. The 511 Field 2.0 is a fantastic watch. Screw-in crown, 200 meter water resistance. This is, I think, the original strap that came with it. So it is a NATO strap, and I think I have dove this one. In fact, there's a little bit of rust on the back. So this is Pacific Ocean tested. There's a couple of the Field 2.0s that I've actually dove to the amazing depth of approximately 17 feet. Again, it's better than your bathtub. It is. Which one of these would I prefer? Ty. You might say, and you might have thought that I would slam dunk on the Navy SEAL Luminox. You go, oh man, that's the coolest watch. I don't really care about watch snobbery. I mean, I think most watch snobs would be far more impressed with the Luminox than they would the Field 2.0. But that's just how I feel. I don't have that other watch, so sorry. So sorry. You just get one competitive option, other than the one I have on my wrist right here, the Isobright. Fantastic. Highly recommended. It would be more expensive than this one. I looked last night and I was like, what? Those Isobrights have gone up. And I think they were expensive when I got this one about 3 years ago, but free with points at drop, like I've mentioned probably too many times. This one, though, also coming in a Pelican case, a sign that this is a more upscale Luminox watch. Do I ever use these? Hell no, I do not. I do not use these. I just store them for resale if it's my watch. This one is highly recommended, though. I think, again, you guys will love it. You love the Navy SEAL designation. You like the looks. I hope that you like the hands like I do. Some of the other Luminoxes that I researched out have the syringe hands on them, the reservoir tip hands that I just can't warm up to. There's a lot of pieces that have that. So the Seabass series, the U.S. Navy SEAL series, they have really great handsets on them. Let me know in comment if you agree, if you don't care, and if you still like the Luminox brand. I love to see that it's going strong. They did not disappoint me with their newer pieces. I hope they're making all these. I really do. If I can find links for you, I'll put them below. If not, happy hunting. See you next WRV. Thanks to the donors who make all of this possible. This is work. Trying to station keep in the current. Trying to get a good shot with all the watches. Going down to depth. It's not easy. Flip. Oh my goodness gracious. Yeah, it's total work, dude. It's okay. It's good having something to focus on while you're in the water. No sharks so far. It's good.